It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the torchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk.
Kí la fẹ́ fi tún ṣe ìfèsì wa a lè máa dúró síbẹ̀ Yorùbá wa kò má ṣe tètè bẹ́ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ kí ògo Yorùbá wa kọ́kọ́ ṣe kí ni àkọ́kọ́ dìbò tán. Tàbá wá dìbò tán káàmà òwòrán yìí pé a ti bẹ̀rì ẹ sọ pé ẹ ti gbọ́ tẹ́lá ti ṣe mistake ó má ti yé yín tẹ̀sí ní pé mistake ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀dọ̀pẹ́ ilẹ̀ nídìí lọ́wọ́. Kò ṣèjà, kò ṣe wàhálà, kí la fẹ́ fi tún ṣe ìfèsì wa.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Thank you so much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, right? And tell them that Maiyegun today. Oh.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
The battle for Lagos. It has come down to 48 hours. And a lot of people are interested, including you watching me right now. Share this broadcast. Propaganda on steroid.
Lórí YouTube.
MC Oluomo.
Yes, we like it. Oh, Baba, they will.
Sure.
And yes, we like it. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Ọmọ àlè ni ẹ́, ọmọ àlè ni ẹ́, ọmọ àlè ni wọ́n náà. We are going to kill you ni, we are going to chase you away ni. And the whole paranoia, it has come down to 48 hours.
Ayé ìṣúra. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Ayé ìṣúra.
Thank you.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò. Ayé ìṣúra kìí. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ìṣúra.
Thank you. It has now come down to what is going to happen on Saturday in Lagos. The old tribal fireworks, the incitement, the hatred, all you have actually been witnessing. Everything has come down to 48 hours. And it seems things are happening at the fastest rate we haven't seen before. Today, MC Oluomo, the de facto chief of defense staff for the colony of Lagos, founded and in the service of Kolu Tinubu, made another declaration today. And this time around, it is not targeted at just non-Yorubas. Even you, silently shouting Obi Kerenke, LUP 74, LUP 75, Obi, and all of that inside your mind. They know you. Because the last election, which before the D-Day, they were bragging that with 7 million registered voters in Lagos, Abba, Oga is contesting to be president. That is Kolu. Naturally, you should expect at least 4 million votes for Kolu. Some were even placing bets that if Obi score 100,000 in Lagos, they will give you 1 million naira. I remember all those times. But when the D-Day came, the structure that they said Tinubu built for years finally happened to be structure of violence, intimidation, and what have you. So that came to light. And instead of Kolu to get 4 million from Lagos, he was struggling to see ordinary 150,000. Can you even believe that? It was so shocking that 2 weeks after that, APC, Egbekegbe, concluded that what happened in Lagos was rigging. Remember, they were the one controlling the INEC. They were the one choosing those who are going to work for INEC, right? But the bottom line of what I'm saying is that they brag so much. Meanwhile, what they are banking on is to maintain voter suppression, threats, violence, intimidation, bribery, manipulation, and what have you. So out of 7 million registered voters in Lagos, they succeeded in ensuring that 82% of them were denied, disenfranchised. I don't know if you know that it was only 18% of those registered to vote in Lagos actually voted. So they succeeded in that. But even that 18% that managed to vote, they still couldn't get the number. That was where the first shocker came, and they called it tsunami. But there was a mistake they made, which they are also making now. They made the mistake of making Igbos a target, wrong enemy. Meanwhile, as they claim that the population of Lagos is about 24 million people, the population of Igbos in Lagos is less than 4 million. That means the Yorubas, who actually occupies the majority part of Lagos State, you won't believe this, Abi, or you do, came from other part of Yoruba land to live in Lagos or to work in Lagos. And they constitute over 40% of the people working and living in Lagos, paying taxes in Lagos. Not just that. The real Lagosians that you can see, they are indigenes. And listen, there is Lagos Echo, there is Lagos State. Do you know that? Now, Lagos State means there are other parts of Lagos State, right, that are not from Echo, the Echo Gongon, the Lagos, but they are part of Lagos State. Cut the long story short, they only make just about 25% of the population. So if you put the indigenous Lagosians, right, and then you also put in, you had the residents Lagosians, who are Yorubas from other Yoruba states, they control over 80% of the population of Lagos. So ordinarily, the Igbos, they are not of any political threat to APC at all. If you put all of this into, put them into factor them in, Igbos and even all the non-Yorubas in Lagos, put all of them together and put them against the Yorubas as well as the indigenous Lagosians. They pose no economy, security, or political threat to APC. The real people they are not talking to, or they don't want to admit publicly, are this majority, who are Yorubas. They have been those who have been subjected into the worst of the worst governance you can imagine. They read about how rich Lagos is, but go in there, it is a big slum. They are not even listening to them. So they went on a campaign of tribal, ethnic, divisive rhetorics. The Igbos want to take over Lagos State. But guess who is actually taking the people's land in Lagos? APC. And they are Omoniles, who are there and safe, protected by the criminals of Lagos. You know the Omonile problem now. And you know how many of you have run, who become their victims, simply because you wanted to have your own home. And they don't discriminate. Whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Igbo, they scam all of you and they unleash violence. Some people have been killed because of Omonile in Lagos. But guess who are the Omonile's godfathers? APC politicians. So all of you are suffering in their hands, Abi. But APC need scapegoats to gaslight, dog whistle, so that those who are actually benefiting from the crumbs that are falling off their tables in that mega slum, they will go after anybody they gaslight, including their own blood. Do you get that now? I'm actually speaking to those who are genuine Omoluabis, the genuine Yorubas, the genuine Lagosians. I'm talking to you. If I'm lying, I am happy to retract what I've said, but I know I'm not lying, you know. Okay. They don't think the residents Yorubas who are traders there too, who are also like the younger people who are like educated graduates but jobless. They don't think they can't be smart enough to challenge us. So let's throw in this card. But I'm saying this to you, statistically, let all of the, let all eligible voters in Lagos who are all non-Lagosians. I'm not even saying Igbos now. Non-Lagosians. I say non-Lagosians. Non-Yorubas who are Lagosians. Like you have Igbo ancestry, you are from Igbo, you are from Delta, you are from Warri, you are from all these places. But you are Lagosians, agreed. Let's put everybody together, including the Northerners from all parts of the North. Let's put all of their figures together who are eligible to vote, okay? And put all the Yorubas who are eligible to vote together. And then see how, I don't want to say insignificant, okay? Because every number counts, right? However, put them against each other. You realize that APC will have no sweat at all. They shouldn't have any sweat. So gaslighting the Igbos and the rest of all those hateful things they are promoting, and even the violence and threats, none of these have anything to do with Yorubas or Igbos or anybody at all. It is just a simple kind of, evil logic that APC have been using for ages until now, that they are being called out for it. Like for real, okay? It's been their way, evil way, for long. I don't know if you're getting that, are you? Of course you are. You should. So that is why in Lagos, they made it look like it's going to be war. They make it look like the Igbos are concentrating in Lagos and all that. All this whole thing, they are just mere distraction, as bad as they may sound. Do you want me to tell you what will happen on Saturday if INEC does not postpone the elections again? Do you want me to tell you what will happen? Sanwo-Iku will be defeated by Dagbadebo. But guess what? Sanwo-Iku is going to be announced the winner. How? I'll tell you the process. What you saw on the 25th of February, I can promise you this for free, is going to be even better. You know, a lot of you are angry right now. You are so enraged. And calm down. Remember that they said the INEC will do better, Abi? No, they are not going to do any better. After rigging the 25th of February election, right? They have destroyed the evidence already. Okay, all those noise about Obi's lawyers, chasing them, and they finally answered them, and all of that. Out of 36 states and FCT Abuja making 37, INEC only allowed Obi's lawyers to see just 9 states. Even the 9 states, they didn't give them all the complete results as we speak, right? So Beavers failed because they actually wanted it to be like that. Now they are kind of making you feel like, it's going to be different. No, it's not going to be different. Now quote me here, okay? What will happen on Saturday? When you wake up in the morning, after the threat that you are going to receive overnight, never seen before, WhatsApp, radio, TV, tweet, everywhere, it's going to be like mental. Some people are going to be attacked the night before the election, right? Then on the day of the elections, maybe 1/3 of those of you who are so determined that you are going to go and all of that, you begin to have a second thought, just like the last time, right? Right. So then you will probably want to wait for INEC official, Sabi, with a perfect beaver, Sabi. And then the IRF is waiting to upload your result, Abi. Okay. What will happen is that when INEC arrive, when you kind of gather to wait for INEC, in so many places they won't show up. Okay? They won't show up. Now, when they show up at all, they will show up like they are actually not prepared for the elections, okay? Now, when you finally surmount all of that and all those whatever will come with it, their thugs, as usual, they will be out early in the morning to let you all know that today is today. If you try anything, the police are going to look away as usual, okay? Then, against all of that, for those who are still going to be, those they were allowed to vote, once they start counting, then they will start attacking the places again. That's the point, okay? They will start attacking the places where they feel like this counting, it be like say this one don't they high. Oh yeah, destroy the entire place. Now, when in the entire chaos, a lot of you are going to be uploading different videos, bloody videos, burnt ballot papers, chased INEC officials and the rest of them. But some of you will still follow them to the collation center. When you get to that collation center, you will think you are going to war zone. The police and the security are going to turn around. You will think the police are supposed to provide security there, yeah? You will watch them, okay? They will turn around. They will face you coming towards the center, whether you are satisfied or whether it doesn't matter, okay? Now, from there, they will stop all of you from every local government. They will stop all of you who are non-APC from accessing the collation centers. Remember that you'll be shouting, they've started rigging, this is the war, so INEC cancel this election. INEC cancel this election. By 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. that evening, results will start coming in. You see all those places, they burn results, they burn ballot paper, burn everything. They will announce results for them. And let me tell you something. After the presidential election, right? And what happened in Lagos? They have been told that whatever it's going to take, this is no longer going to be them trying to play a catch-up game or anything. No. It's not going to be like that last time. They are going to declare landslide for Sanwo-Iku, or almost landslide. And ridiculous numbers too. That will further make you you'll be so raging, you'll be so angry, like angry. Then the following morning, Sanwo-Iku will broadcast and say, thank you so much, Lagos, for the vote, for supporting me for against all odds. Lagos State will go forward for continuity and all of that. You will be raging. Just like the presidential election, the entire Lagos State will just be like, Then, after that, their agberos will then come for revenge. And again, ignorantly, they will go after the Igbos and every other area that they felt that you are saboteurs. Currently, contesting against APC in Lagos, whether you are Yoruba, or you are not Yoruba, putting up a poster running against APC, Egbekegbe in Lagos right now, has been declared like what you can call a jihad. It is like a crime against Tinubu, which they have also turned to be like a crime against Yoruba. But do you know where they are so deceitful, right? This Said Elegushi, the former special advisor to Tinubu, who was later made a king, in Lagos boldly, without any sort of shame. He said, Lagos State is not part of Yoruba nation. If you want to do your Yoruba nation, or if you want to say your Yoruba this or that, Lagos is not part of that. And he is so right. Do you know that one of the things that was sold to the Yorubas by the AD, the reason why the Yorubas, so even though it was Yorubas that were contesting against one another in 1999, one of the things that AD told the Yorubas then was Yorubas could not afford, or AD could not afford to lose Lagos to the Hausa party. That was the propaganda of the time. And they said, the moment the Yorubas vote for AD, and including Lagos, being the commercial center of Nigeria, and the, what do you call it? The level of attraction that, gets to Nigeria through Lagos and all that, Lagos is going to serve as an epicenter of Yoruba globalization, Yoruba industrialization, Yoruba nation, like that. What they meant was that with Lagos, the entire Yoruba land will receive what they call the sovereign. It's going to be like sovereign wealth, where all the Yoruba states are going to put together their resources, develop a master plan for the entire Yoruba land, Yoruba state, right? Where should be industrial hub? Where should be, commercial hub? Where should be this particular hub? In different Yoruba land. And then they will now channel their collective resources to developing them, including building roads, schools, hospitals, rails, and all of that, as a sort of homogeneous region. I wasn't too young at the time. A lot of you who are older than us should remember this. In fact, it was one of the bobos that Tinubu sold to them in Lagos that Aregbesola from Osun, okay, and a Lagosian at the time, could serve as a commissioner in Lagos. This I can't remember his name. What is this Igbo man's name? That served as is it town planning, or I can't remember his name. So they sold the bobo of the idea of Lagos grooming Yorubas that will eventually carry out Awolowo's legacies and all of that for the entire Yoruba land. But it was fraud, scam. Aregbesola ended up being the governor of Osun. And you know what happened to them in Osun? They became the first and the only state in Nigeria that declared bankruptcy, unable to pay salary, half salary for 36 months from the Academy of Tinubu. Anyway, at the end of the day, Tinubu, who survived the tsunami of Obasanjo in 2003, instead of sending people that will bring Yoruba land together, developmentally, he was sending jealous, looters, criminals, thieves, to go and represent or win election or rig election across Yoruba land. Today, if you go to Yoruba land, if Lagos is mega slum, what do you think Ogun State is? What do you think Ondo, Ekiti? You just need to take off the veil and see the evil these guys have done to Yoruba land for the past 24 years. Put it that way. But they are still living in denial. In denial that other people are after them, or they are after their job. Play the ethnic card and see how it goes. So, I am sorry if I kind of, bust that your enthusiasm as obedient. You are a threat. Of course, you are a threat. So, if as obedient as you have always been, that shook the entire or disrupted the entire political space in Nigeria, if all of their intimidation and lies and all of that is not going to get to you, and you can picture the scenario I just played to you earlier, right? Overwhelm them. I mean, out of 18% of you who came out, they barely saw 150,000 votes. They cut your votes down from 980,000 something, nearly 1 million. Oh, they cut it down to 582. Increased Tifnumbu's number from 151,000 to 572,000. You know how they did that? It's not beavers. It's not IREF. Now by hand. So that's just what I wanted to know. Because the likes of MC Oluomo, after apologizing that they made the same threat last time, yeah? But they still beat him. MC was beaten in Oshodi. Then after that, he came out to apologize and then gaslighted the people, right?
bá ṣíwájú the president àwọn ọmọ tí yín náà á gun òkè lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ ṣí àlá please and please ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tá bá ṣẹ̀ ẹ foríjì wá ṣóyè yín sí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tó rọ lọ́hùn ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde lọ́ndì lẹ́gùn ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbé ọwọ́ wa yìí ká lọ fi tẹ̀ fún ìgbàlẹ̀ APC kó lè rámpọ̀ kí dùnú lè dé bá gbogbo wa please ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tó rọ lọ́hùn gbogbo yín ọlọ́run ọ̀bẹ Elédùmarè aṣọre ìyanu fún yín ọlọ́run ò ní fìyà jẹ yín kò ní fòṣìta yín kò ní fara ní àgbọ́kọ̀lé yín kò ní já sófo gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá dáwọ́lé ó máa yọrí sí rere ọlọ́run ò ní fara ní yín ọ̀n ní gbé yín dìgbàdìgbà káàkiri ọ̀n ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Facebook ọ̀n ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Instagram ọ̀n ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Twitter ọ̀n ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí WhatsApp lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ́nṣí àlá gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yín ò ní dìtàkùdà lójú ẹ̀mí yín àpadà sí burúkú ó kéré tóbi kò ní jẹ́ téèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan nu yín arúgbó inú ilé yín á dàgbà á dógbò lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ́hùn kó tó fọwọ́rọ́ rọrí kú lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ iṣẹ́ àlá ọlọ́run òbí Elédùmarè kò ní pa àwọn ọmọ yín rẹ́ sọ́nà bí èéfín lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ bó ti ẹ̀yin tá wà lábúrò gbogbo yín pátá ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí ọlọ́run ò ní fi ná ọmọ kò ní fi jó gbogbo yín ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí ọlọ́run ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ lọ́ọ̀dì lẹ́gùn ká lọ ṣe kíni ká lọ dìbò fún gọ́vnà Sanwó-Olú ní Lagos State gbogbo àwa tá ń gbé Lagos State ìwọ tó ń gbé Abẹ́òkúta gọ́vnà Dàpọ̀ ìwọ tó ń gbé Ìbàdàn gọ́vnà Tẹ̀sí ẹ ti understand ṣe ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tó rọ lọ ọlọ́run ọbẹ̀ Elédùmarè àdúró tí ọlọ́run ò ní fara ní lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ àpadà sí burúkú kò ní dé báyìí lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ ń ṣí àlà bismillahir rahmanir rahim alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yawmiddin iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in siratal mustaqim sirata lezina alamta alayhim galibi mangulubi alayhim modololina amen. Thank you very much. God bless you all. God bless you Nigeria. Ẹ kú oríire tuntun Ọlọ́run á dúró tì wá ire ayọ̀ la máa gbọ́ ẹ ṣé bye. Thank you.
That's Alhaji Musiliu, MC Oluomo, Sheikh Musiliu. After that video, they went back to the drawing board. And I think that was when they realized that the Igbos are not their problem. But they can't say that now. They can't go back to the people and say, you know what? Let's tell ourselves the truth. The Igbos are not our problem. We're just using them for this political campaign to further justify why we are going to be very violent towards anybody that support anything that the Igbos support. You know what I mean? But you know the people they are actually supposed to be worried about? This one. But they went on to continue to make further threats. That's it, right? Here.
This is our kitchen.
See our kitchen now. Somebody that has been staying in 4 flats. We have 4 flats here for pastors. From beginning to end, they demolish everything.
This is where I'm sleeping. Ever since that time, no money to get a rent house. I don't have money.
Before, this is our flat. Just net, only net. People passing, they will be crying for us. They say, God is there to protect us. Nothing will happen to us.
This is where we're sleeping. Since that time, we reach now.
I just woke up now. See our places. See my pot of everything. Somebody, I have very giant gas, something where I'm cooking. I don't know who took it. They carry everything. And they are the money.
They asked me how much I will pay. Because they said 11.5. I said I don't have. They tell me, say, how much I will pay. I said I will give them 1 million. So after they say, no problem, make I pack my loot. And there no any pack loot because 10 minutes cannot pack loot. Before they go come, I tell them, say I will give them 1.5. Even that 1.5, if they don't allow now, even a borrow, I will borrow. But they say make the caterpillar enter. That's how they enter. They scatter everything, both the shop, both the houses, both the fence, everything.
What's the size of your house?
My size of this, I get 4 room and parlor into 2. I get 1 room and parlor, self-contained 1. I get the shop, 3 shop. I get fence complete.
Did you make an attempt to pay them?
I was not even around when they start. Now my own building, they start first.
So there will have been any way.
I don't get. They don't even demolish before I even. They don't demolish the 2 shop where they from. Where I no time to even negotiate. Even though they say me I been 10,000, I no get.
But I've contacted to help me. I said the DPO. So I mean the DPO. I believe it was the duty of the DPO who could have assigned people to me to cover my building. But it did not do so. Instead, there was a patrol team they raised that was covering the demolition. So I don't really know whether it's to protect the people that came to demolish the place or to protect us. But they couldn't protect us because all our buildings were brought down. Before then, I have my all documents that I didn't receive from the money because I bought that now since 2011. I have the plan, the survey, and even the consent. I have them. But they couldn't allow us to take anything. All my loads all were demolished, were all destroyed. I start picking, if you can, I say you go to my place, you will see all my chairs and everything that I couldn't pick. Even my clothes, my documents, I lost many documents. Even my service documents, all I lost it. Because as we were destroying it, all these area boys abroad were busy removing things. If you say you try to stop them, they would bounce on you. They even beat my daughter up. So we couldn't take anything out of that place, apart from the clothes that we wear that very day. And later we went back there to remove some of things.
The government announced the disbandment of Landed Properties Special Operations Team following complaints over their untidy activities. In spite of their present condition, members of the affected community are relentless in exploring every option towards obtaining justice and bringing the perpetrators to book.
Which will never happen. So those are the people who are taking. And guess what? Let me tell you something. Bad government has no respect for anybody or regard. Okay? It has no regard for anybody. Whether you are their supporter, even if you are voting for them as well. Okay? When the consequences of bad leadership happens, right, it doesn't spare anyone. Remember that somebody said Why is it that all you Nigerians, all you do is talk, 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 you are not doing anything? And that is somebody who is probably sitting comfortably in a safe place watching this broadcast. And all you could see is that people just talk, 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 they don't do anything. But let me give you some education here. Social media helped in exposing the fraud called government in Nigeria. Social media also helped educate a lot of Nigerians themselves that ordinarily would never be conscious enough to have done what happened in Nigeria and what is actually still happening right now. They probably wouldn't have been able to push that. But I'll tell you, I don't know if you have ever done anything in your life to fight back oppression or oppressive government other than social media and all of that, okay? But on this social media, where we are talking and talking, and people are learning and learning, it was on this social media that the arrogant, good-for-nothing criminals ruling Nigeria were arrogantly, braggadociously saying there is no polling unit on social media. You know that? Oh, they're just 4 people tweeting in a room, just talking, talking, talking. They cannot, you know. Today, from this same social media where they are mobilizing themselves, without being paid a dime or a kobo, they have rattled the comfortable criminals that got all of us talking. So what have you done in your life? I mean, in anything at all? You. Everything is talk, 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 no action. And right now, the same social media where we are talking, that they actually called echo chamber is the same social media that they are now dreaming and hoping that if they escape this sword, they will ban it. They will do everything to ban it. So it's more than talking, bro. I don't know what you have ever done in your life in response to everything happening in Nigeria. From social media, people got enough mobilization education to understand how divided Nigeria is. And in fact, it also helped people to choose their path. So, if you are just a keypad warrior, association of social media commenters, Facebook commenters, or comment readers, fair enough. We are talking about those who have now turned the people who were once fearless, the people who had structure, the people who told all of us to go to hell if we don't want to be, if we don't agree with the way they are running Nigeria. Right now, they have resorted into threats of the people who are just talking on social media. What does that tell you? MC Oluomo, for whatever it is, was talking to the Lagos thugs. There are those who actually have, see, many of you only have mouth. You don't have the number. Lagos, that particular Lagos, to save the job of all these guys, they need your number. They need you to come out. You need to go out and vote for them. Don't threaten people like this.
Please, if you don't want to vote for us, please sit down for sit down for thank you very much. I got the power shaking me.
It is not a fight, oh. If you are not going to vote for APC, sit down at home, oh. Stay in your house, oh. Others are even like, from Oshogbo, from Iragbichi, from Abeokuta, from what do you call it? Ekiti and those places. They are telling Lagosians to go to Anambra and vote. So that's exactly the same thing there. That MC say, don't come out to... Do you see that number? If all of that people decide to become canvassers in their different communities, talking to people, I mean, if all of them can go back to their different communities and bring five people, convince them to come and vote for Sanwo-Olu without violence or anything, they'll probably have the number. But they don't want you to come out. If you are not going to vote for them, don't come out. Oh. Now, if you finally come out, you can't vote. They can't count the votes. Sanwo-Olu can't lose. More, hey boys, this is what you should do. That's what he said there. He said, if you are voting and then you are leading and by some mistake, the mistake is that maybe another person starts leading and it's not them. You know what to do. Destroy everything. No election. Destroy everything there. And they said, yes, we got you, Baba, we got you. It is also similar to the trickery and the deceit that APC, Egbekegbe, represents, okay? Their youth leader, who said when they organized youth debates, okay, APC youth, APC, PDP, Labour Party, and the rest of them, they did debates, even though Kolu ran away from any debate, okay? So this guy, his own point, that was like, yeah, tell them. Just like I said, they are focusing on the minority that poses no electoral threat to them, okay? So it was like, you, all of you who came to Lagos on night buses, and then you came here, you settled there, you hold Ashiwaju, your success, you hold Ashiwaju, everything, you need to be gratitude and all of that stuff, right? That is Dayo Israel, the youth leader of APC. He said that on their national television. And they're like, well, you, Dayo, you are not from Lagos now. Hey, but I'm a Yoruba. Oh, you are not from Lagos. You are not from there. Now, politics make you become appointed as a member of a SUBEB. Now, politics. So you became a member of SUBEB without having to contribute anything to education in Lagos. So just get paid. Who the hell are you to actually tell people that they came on the night buses? How many of you came on the afternoon buses? Bole Kaja and different things that across Yoruba land that came to Lagos. How many? How many of your parents also came to Lagos on different Bole Kaja? Amolu and what have you then? Who the hell is this guy? So it enraged the Obidients. So yeah, they got beaten. The result of that is that they got beaten in Lagos. Seriously. And it shook them. But the madman was there at Baga in my two. You know my two Baga when you are going to Ajegunle, Okokomaiko, Kirikiri, in all those places, Baga, where did they sell car? My two. He was there. Say, my dear brother, I don't want you to do protest votes. We want you to do business votes. One name.
believe very strongly that we have all come to Lagos to succeed. To show that Lagos has been good to everybody.
Hang on. Just before you watch that video, there's something I want you to pay attention to when he starts talking now, okay? At first, just their normal line of talk. You came to Lagos. You get? You came to Lagos. Ashiwaju welcomed you and accepted you. That is, everybody who is living in Lagos is because Tinubu wants you to be in Lagos. If he doesn't want you to be in Lagos, you will leave Lagos overnight. He can make that happen. That's the word. You came to Lagos to be successful, to do business, to do this and that. Limiting the residency of the Southeasterners, the Igbos. Limiting their residency to business. Like they have nothing in Lagos. These are homeowners. That your Israel. Speaking to homeowners. Some of them, 4-5 generations. So that you're trying to gaslighting them. So if you want to continue to, enjoy that peace, we need to support continuity. Is gaslighting them, is insulting them, and they are laughing with him. And you know what people said? Maiyegun, wait for Saturday. Let's go back there.
I believe very strongly that we have all come to Lagos to succeed. To show that Lagos has been good to everybody. You've done business here, you make money. And there's one thing that has made Lagos go forward. Concerted leadership. I want us to speak like family. I'm not speaking to you as a politician. The February 25th has come and gone. So 25th has come and gone. Now we need to move from protest votes to business votes. This Abuja is already concluded. Ashiwaju don't enter. Inshallah, by the grace of the Almighty, you will be sworn in as president on May 29. Yes, sir. Now affects you on the 18th. Affects you directly. And that's why I want us to have that conversation. That's right. Do you want to align with the center? Or do you want to do another protest vote that will affect your business interests? Because we must begin to move away from sentiment to strategy. That's right. Now, business votes, no be protest vote. So make you talk to your people, your friends, your families, your loved ones, to come out on Saturday and vote Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. May the Almighty God bless you. Let me pray for you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. O Mother of God, despite not our prayer and our necessities, but deliver us from all dangers. Today, Saturday, and beyond. O glorious and blessed Virgin Mary. Amen. Thank you.
Did you hear that? Do you want to do a protest vote or a business vote? Something that will affect your business interests. That's a threat, isn't it? Because of election. That's a threat from the youth leader, national youth leader of APC. Not like is the biggest of their criminal outbursts or a coded way to tell you they are real them. But just kind of reflect on that and say, because of elections, the people that are making the biggest contribution to the informal sector of the same Lagos, what would you do if you lose, if they vote against you? Destroy them? He's actually a pastor too. I think Dele Farotimi can come in. I'll come back to Dayo.
To speak to places where I don't live and I have very little by way of experience, but I can speak plainly to Lagos State. The seed for what is happening in Lagos State today was effectively laid with the fraudulent presidential election. And I say fraudulent because there is sufficient basis upon which to make that claim. But more importantly, the figures that were released in Lagos State as the presidential election result were already doctored before they were released. It has no basis in reality. Yes, Labour Party won.
Do you have any evidence?
Oh, yes, there is more than sufficient evidence. Where INEC has become completely unreliable in terms of declaration of result, I will not even rely on the result that we have in our situation room. If I go by what PDP released in the public space, is more than sufficient. PDP said Peter Obi and Labour Party had over 900,000 votes in Lagos State. They had a little over 100,000, and APC had the same. The truth of the matter is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was roundly rejected in Lagos State. It wasn't just the Igbos. It wasn't about the Igbos rejecting him. He was rejected across the length and breadth of Lagos State because it was a referendum on his 24 years rule and hegemony in the state. So when you now heard the INEC people announcing a result that was supposedly so close with such depressed voters number, I remember that I was on Arise maybe a couple of days after that result was released, and I said at the time very clearly that this result is not reflective of what happened. At my polling booth, they were counting votes up until 1:43 a.m. in the morning. My wife did not vote until around 8:30 in the evening. And so the same happened across the length and breadth of Lagos, despite the best effort of those who were bent on disrupting the elections. So when they brought out the figure, I said immediately that one, it was not as close as they would like to pretend that it was. It wasn't close, it was a whitewash. However, in order to validate the lies that they have to tell and the tribal hatred that they are stirring up, they had to portray a close election so that the script that they have already written for this Saturday's election might be legitimized in all the nonsense they are doing. So number one, we must be clear about something. The first duty of a state is the protection of citizens. When you have a situation where citizens are being attacked and people are being singled out for attack, you had the one in Ije-Ododo, one Bale in Ije-Ododo or Kabiyesi in Ije-Ododo, suddenly remembering that he wants to worship Oro and is declaring Oro during the period when people should be out.
Well, I think we've had a clarification on that. He said the Oro rights will go up until Friday.
If you have had clarification on that, there was another one in social media today, some bearded clown talking about another Oro again. Yet this was the same person that was caught on camera during the presidential poll. So you have a situation where you can speak about the political class in a situation where you have a political class. What we're dealing with is a criminal class that is determined to hold the people down by force of arms or whatever it takes. They are making this about tribe because there is no record to place before the people. We've had 24 years. 24 years. My people have a proverb. They say, "Iṣẹ́ tó ṣe ọmọ ológun ọdún, ìyà tó jẹ ọmọ ọlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù. Tíṣẹ́ òun ò bá pa ọmọ, ó yẹ kó dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn ọmọ."
Okay. Well, we are going to have to temper our language a bit.
No,
let's temper our language a bit.
Don't worry.
National television, okay, so we have to be very careful.
Temitope, I hear you, but let me say this. I am not a frivolous man. I did spend some years practicing some type of law before I retired as a lawyer, so I'm well advised as to the possible legal liability of any word that I might use. So anything I'm saying, take it as a given that before I would open my mouth to say so, I know as a fact that what I'm saying is the truth, and I have absolute fact standing behind it. And because you have said so, let me explain myself. Over 2 years ago, I sat in this same studio, and I announced to everyone that there was a murder plot over my life. And I then went on, this was after I had submitted petitions to the DSS and to the State Commissioner of Police. Up until today, in this state, in a country governed by law, nothing has been done. Some of those persons are the ones busy going around threatening people again today. I've been coming to your TV studio for a while. This is the first time in years since I've been coming here that I'll see armed soldiers required to protect what is supposed to be free press. So we're dealing with a situation where even though we might pretend that we're dealing with normalcy, there is nothing normal about our situation. If the people are allowed to vote in a free and fair election, these people are over. That's the truth. They have no record to place before the people, only intimidation, blackmail, ethnic division, religious division, all sorts of divisions in order to keep the people from seeing the truth of what they should be facing. Was it the Igbos that have been digging up roads in Lagos State over the last 24 years? Has the Igbos been the one that have stopped the rail that has taken 7 kilometers or thereabout that has taken 16 years to construct? Was it Igbo that stopped that? Who is the person who is busy selling all of Lagos to people that is now shouting about Igbo? There is just a validation of hatred in order to divide the people's attention so that they might not face the issue. The real issues are about a collapsing state, a collapsing country. They might want to forget all of that and distract our attention.
Let me just interrupt you briefly.
Please.
Earlier you talked about criminal gangs, being given free hand to run.
Yes.
And of course we've seen all sorts of posts and videos on social media that could be characterized as hate speech. But sadly, nobody has been arrested, nobody has been prosecuted. So I'm wondering, is it that there are no laws against such, or is it that the laws are not being implemented? If the laws are not being implemented, how do we enforce that?
I've been shouting for years, in pretty much the same seat, talking about the fact that we are not a country governed by law, and that we are a country governed by impunity, that our policemen pretend to uphold the law, but they know that they dare not uphold the laws. If they tried it, their political masters will end up in prison cells. So what you end up having is the administration of impunity, and that is what governs Nigeria. So these people you call criminal gangs, that I will also call criminal gangs, they are not really criminal gangs in the classic sense. They are part and parcel of the governance process of Lagos State and practically the whole of Nigeria. Because you were there, people saw pictures. There, right there in broad daylight, policeman standing, the evidence of the state. In Yoruba language, you call policemen Olopa. Olopa actually emanates from the person who carries the staff of office, the Oba staff of office, is insignia and authority. So, in the Yoruba's mind, the Olopa is the symbol and representation of the state. You saw policemen at multiple locations standing aside while thugs, quote and unquote, we call them thugs, but they are not thugs. These are stakeholders in the governance of the state. The BBC had a documentary where they had MC Mushroom Pikin calling governor. That is what we are all pretending we do not see. And that is what they are hiding behind the hatred that they are stirring up all over the place. So you and I will call them gangs because that tickles our fancy and it helps us to deodorize those who wear bow ties, wear suits, wear agbada, sit down in your studio and speak Dogon Turenchi to cover up for those who are carrying guns and are threatening everybody else's peace. The reality is that they are not criminal gang in the true sense of it. They are part and parcel of the governance of Lagos State and have been for the last 24 years.
So if we say we are a state or maybe a country...
Do I need to add anything? Dele Farotimi, as usual, finished work explaining to all of you what is going on in Lagos. And in context, right? For you to really understand this in action. today in Surulere, where Olumide Oworu, something, right? Olumide Oworu, a Yoruba boy running against Desmond Idiot. Do you know what they did to him today? Bloody attack and the rest. And like Dele Farotimi said, they will never make any arrests. Let me show you this. What happened in Surulere today? To re-election.
Yes, you can see the crowd. This is Politico Junction, where we are about going out for our rally. The area boys came, fought everybody, and started attacking everybody. They were armed with weapons, guns, knives. They came to the eatery, break everything, break the plasma, injure some people.
I have reached here. From here they carry my bag, my phone, collecting everything.
Oh my God.
What do I do? They carry my phone. I can't see now. Look at my lenses are off. I can't see. What will I do? I can't see.
Let me book for Uber. It's terrible. It's a terrible situation.
I have to call my husband. Let him not start calling you.
Okay.
Tell him I'm okay.
All right. It's a terrible situation now. All MP members have been dispossessed of their funds, of their possession. They remove everything from the society. This is a wicked world. They have removed everything from her. They collected all our funds. They collected everything. They injured a lot of people. They have knives. They have knives. They have guns. Look at what they did. This is not what. That's everything in the histories. Bottle everywhere. Bottle everywhere. Bottle everywhere. Bottle everywhere. Injured a lot of people. We are about taking off our rally for constituency 1, Surulere. It's better we have security, so we are ready to work. Look at the vehicle. Look at the DJ.
They took his laptop.
Took all the laptops.
Took laptops.
Break the vehicle. Look at it.
The screen.
They finished the screen.
They stabbed people. Some people
Stab a lot of people.
Bottles, broke bottles of people there.
So many people have been hospitalized now. We have brought so many people to the hospital. This is unbearable. This is unbearable. This is Politico Junction, live and direct right now.
We were trying to make this
area boys came that they were sent by APC government to disrupt every movement by Labour Party. Look at the woman, this lady. She's the one selling here. They collected everything, all her coolers, all her phone, her bag. You can see her crying. You can see her.
That's from Surulere in Lagos today, where Desmond Idiot, and in so many of the videos that were captured, right? Look at these two guys, and look at the knife in the hand of one of them, bottle in the hand of in the hand of the other. They were stabbing people, they were breaking things, they were looting, stealing, and every other thing. But you see this face, if it was a real country, you know that if that happened anywhere in the UK, for example, okay, well, you probably have known everybody that participated by now. But if you have a chance of actually capturing image, and at the same time you capture them in the act like this, Omo. But in Nigeria, like Dele Farotimi said, nothing go happen. Nothing. Look at this one. They turned the young people into monsters. They destroyed their today, destroyed their tomorrow. Then they now arm them to go after those they call their enemies. They said some people are coming to take away their future. Now look at these ones. Very young. They are after a young man like them, who probably is of the same age like them, as they are being used for political thuggery against their own fellow youth, who is actually running not to be a thug for somebody, but running to actually represent them. So this is the image of Tinubu's legacy. When they talk about what the APC have done to our youth, especially in Yoruba land, I hope this image will remain in your head for a very long time. Don't laugh. What you really might see is that a destroyed generation for political gain that doesn't serve their interests. It should break your heart. It shouldn't for any reason. Make you smile. When I saw it, I was like, 24 years. This is it. The structure. And they are doing this against, look at this guy. A 40-year-old man that is not aspiring to be special advisor or a thug to any political criminal. In that same Lagos, so they turned them and said, this young man is their enemy. This young man is going to stop and make many of them become poorer. And they have to save Lagos from him. So earlier, he led his parents to go and see Akinolu. His parents led him to go and see Oba Akinolu of Lagos out of respect. So that is Olawale Rose Vivor, that man in yellow. People were asking, why were they wearing masks? Korosti Day. Well, the interpretation gave was that when you are going to go and see a contaminated, a man that has contaminated a stool, it's not really different from trying to, just playing safe. So when they got there, they met with Akinolu, and they told him, right, it's not new. So when they met him, and he categorically told him, he said, you have your future ahead of you. You are still young, and your future is bright. Remember that the same Akinolu told Peter Obi not to come to his palace simply because he is supporting Tinubu, so he doesn't want to welcome another person. And remember as well that for the past 2 weeks, that they have escalated the propaganda of calling Gbadebo Chinedu. You see, say even Akinolu, he couldn't make the mistake of telling the family of the road drivers that they shouldn't bring Gbadebo to his palace simply because he's supporting Sanwo-Olu. Or Gbadebo is from Anambra. He no fit try him. Okay? So he would rather just have to say it to his face and say, well, I'm sorry, you know me. I'm in a very tight situation, okay? You are still young, okay? And he told him right there to his face, he said, Sanwo-Olu is going to win. But you are young and you are a Lagosian, which means your time will come. And that was in front of Sanwo-Olu, in front of Akinolu. But in that same Lagos, right? The man that is pressing their neck, that is actually making them go paranoia. I'm talking about Peter Obi. The one that Tinubu is currently asking to come and join his government. Do you know that? Do you know? Or you think it's just talk, Abi? No, it's not just talk. Tinubu is sending people to Atiku and Obi that he is ready, he is willing, okay, to form a government of national unity. That means they will share all of the positions in Tinubu's government, APC government, they will share them with APC, I'm sorry, with Obi and Atiku and Kwakwanso if they will withdraw their case from courts so that they won't challenge the rigging or anything. Do you know that they are asking him for that or you don't? It doesn't really matter, but let's see this. It was there in Lagos with the same Gbadebo. I mean, just probably to remind all of you, the Obidients, to finish what you started. Like this.
And I'll conduct a first-class election where nobody will require INEC, police, army, anything. Just like I did. I didn't approach anybody in INEC. Nobody in INEC will tell you today that Peter Obi approached you, or police or army. They have to do their job. And that's why we need people like GRV in Lagos to be able to turn this huge state that is one of the biggest economies in Africa into something to be celebrated. We're tired of this wasting of everybody's time. This country has to turn around. He has the right age, the right education, and of course, the right exposure. And Lagos being a key state in turnaround of Nigeria, it requires somebody who is coming from the outside to drive the process with his background and exposure. And he will do it. Otherwise, he has a lot of questions to do from where he's coming. What is he going to tell the MIT alumni that he failed? That is he can't do that. I know what happened to me. I couldn't explain it to anybody that failed. And I made a success of it. So I wish him all the best. And I know people in Lagos will be with him and vote him. And I will back him up with our prayers. Thank you.
So, that's in Lagos. And then in that same Lagos, it was with the channel's television guys where they were asking him, you know what I mean? Yeah, what are you going to do? Why do you believe that you're going to win in court? And what are you going to say to this offer from APC, Ebekebe Government of National Unity? And then he has an answer. I'll play that for you in a moment. So I don't understand. I think we had some stray dogs on YouTube, did we? Because I saw two kind of a funny guys who are probably like screaming at themselves. You are lying. It's a lie. It's a lie, Maiyegun. I don't know which of what I said is a lie. And I don't know why you have to be screaming at your phone because you want to say that. Which of them is a lie? That they are offering Obi, that he should stop it. It's a court case, and come and join Government of National Unity. Or you are just hearing that for the first time. Or which of them is a lie? Which one? You don't start shouting in the temple, okay? If you can explain what you kind of, you know what I mean, people will read it, okay? And then don't cause nuisance in my temple here, the temple of truth. It go sometimes hit you that you're going to say, nah lie. But don't shout. Just say it and explain why you think it's a lie. And possibly pick up a phone and call in and say, well, Maiyegun, that thing is a lie. Another one said that, anyway, don't let us get distracted too much, okay? So I've taken care of a few of them. If you see another way inside that place who is kind of acting up, okay, please call my attention, all right? You can deal with that without much ado, okay? Now, in that same Lagos, normally a lot of you have been following the, what do you call it? You have been following their court case, Abi. Well, I am here to tell you, okay, that INEC, they rigged the election. The one that people are now asking to bring evidence. The number, bring it, let's check it, okay? They have already started or they've probably destroyed them. So, even though court said they should be granted access, Now, INEC has now stonewalled them. Okay? And which means there is no evidence of the 2023 elections for anybody to use. And when you don't have any evidence of to prove that what they have done is completely wrong and compare, then there is no case. That's what INEC is building their case on. That's what Tinubu is building his case on. And he said he is willing to offer them something in his government. I'm ready to offer them. And if they don't want to, let them go to court. Because I am going to be the president. That's what Kolu said. I don't know if you have heard that today. Yeah, that's what he said. But after the encounter with that GRV, it was cited in one of their studios. There, let me play this. Take a listen.
What's that word now? Government of national unity. What is it that you're willing to do? Because lots of people look up to you, Nigerians. They also want a better country. What would you be willing to do if you're called upon?
Chamberlain, the first thing I want to see is that the process is right. The process through which you achieve anything is far more fundamental than what you do thereafter. I can't come into channel now where somebody has worked hard, all of you, build a team, work hard, and take it over, and then say, I'll run it better, increase your salaries, start doing things better than Chief Mama would do, and you say, that's right. But I didn't work hard for it. Let us go back first. I'm challenging the process and the declaration. Until we get it right, then we can talk about government of national unity. Otherwise, we will go and sit down and say that the people who stop the train and kidnap people also can call or invite us to discuss about peace and when they're having people in captive.
So you're not open to collaboration?
No. Let's do things right.
Okay.
That's where we start.
So did you hear the word now? Did the word that make sense to you? Government of national unity. I remember telling you then that the way they do their their fraudulent charade elections in Nigeria and rigging is that once they rig you out, so they will start offering you government of national unity. If you don't take them, they will look around, people around you, they will start offering them appointments. And then you begin to see them, they'll begin to jump ship and say, Shebi, we are trying to work to make Nigeria better. No, Niabi. So APC has approached me, they said they want to make me a minister, even though they know that I worked against them. But Obi, you know, all that stuff, I'm telling you, that's how it works. So, maybe not minister, okay? But that's how it works. So if they offer you, you know, take them. They wait for you in that court. But before the whole thing, they will try and get everybody around you and offer them something to abandon you and come over. And you are going to have to experience that too. So Obi, it's not about, you know him now. He won't take it. Here is another thing he had to say when he was in Lagos.
Able to prove that you won the election. Are you returning in 2027 to contest again?
Well, I won't say anything, but I can tell you, it's not a question of proving whether I won, you know. It is a question of that the election had issues, and those issues will be sorted out in court. I'll be shocked if this country goes on with that situation. It will then stamp that it is a complete criminalized country. We can't allow it. We need to start unbundling this criminality. And that's why people are calling about structure. When they were advertising structure or no structure, it is this criminality and fraud that we witness is what they're talking about. And we want to unbundle it for the sake of our children.
It's always very interesting having you. Just to be clear, are you going to accept the outcome of the court, whichever way it swings?
I won't say anything until when it happens.
But you have.
And I'll make my comments.
You say you trust the judiciary.
I trust the judiciary. I believe they know what is happening in society. They live within the society, and they'll do the right things for the society.
You know, we could continue this conversation, and I know you two, you can continue with us, but we have to let you go. And we really appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential.
And that exactly is the problem. You know why it is a problem? He continued to say, I won't tell you I won't tell you what I'm going to do next. We'll just wait for the courts. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's not preempting and all of that. He didn't want to be preempted, and they are not happy that he's adamant. What is wrong? What is wrong with this guy? He's a joker. He came third, and he's still believing that he can prove it in court. Which court? What is wrong with him? Tell him to go and sit down. This, you know, that thing that they are saying, right? They are worried. Why is he insisting that he wants to? He came third. Well, one of the reasons why people said he is likely not, or should I say, that because of this Obi, that Kolu can be president-elect, but he will never be president. How? Why don't you just take this and let's just move on? Why don't you let's just forget the whole thing? And he was like, how can I forget the whole thing? When people like this have not given up, how? So do you see why you can't give up, sell out, bail off, like run away or anything? You can't. And that is a problem. Do you understand? That's a problem for the establishment. It is never always like this. Okay? It's never always like this. By now, they would have laughed at you, would have fought yourself, and the rest of everybody would have moved on. So like somebody said that only fools will believe that Obi came third. Because he confidently kept saying, I won. I won. If they put everything back on and say we should actually, even if they have to recount those ones, apart from the rigging and all of that, he's so confident, he won. And the people that won are worried. Like, what is wrong with him? What is your problem? Why don't you just accept? But he said, I can't. That was Lagos, by the way. I am thinking I should wait a bit in Lagos to tell you more about Lagos, but I can come back to Lagos. As you saw Obi in Lagos, it was also seen in Anambra today. It was seen in Anambra, in a few places, okay? I'll share some with you. However, if you have been asking for Atiku, ladies and gentlemen, I found him. Yes. We found him. Atiku was found, was seen in Jeddah. Adamawa, his own home state. Oh, he was there to say thank you, my people. Again, it didn't work this time around. But we'll go again in 2027, Abi. Sorry, that's a pun, but it's intended. So Atiku was seen in Jeddah today saying thank you to his own people. After 19 days after, what happened? Here. That's Alhaji Atiku. And hopefully, Lagos, I don't know, but hopefully Lagos also matter to them in PDP. Maybe not. Jandor. Jandor. That people thought would be the nemesis of APC. Egbekegbe in Lagos. the Obidients, the obedient wave, ignored him and they went for somebody different. And today, even in the rigged election in Lagos and the rest, PDP themselves said they only scored just about 100,000 of the votes. So Jandor is now being talked about as, somebody who is just running. Say, but Jandor is still running. Say, but where is he running to? You get what I mean? But I'll come back to Lagos, like I said, because Lagos today is where it is happening. But let me take you to Anambra. In Anambra, you remember Soludo? They call him Soludump. Anyway, Soludo wrote a long epistle against the Obidients, disparaged Obi and all that. In fact, it was the one who coined that word, mob, without head. He said, Obedients are mobs without head. They can't think. Sure you get. And Obi, who is somebody who he knows will never win anything. He can never win anything. Even Southeast, he won't get anything there. But he's deceiving the obedient. You remember Soludo now, eh? So that's the moment they started calling him Soludump. Now, Soludump seems to have committed political suicide as we speak. Again, whatever you see on social media by the obedient, when they say, we are coming for you, we are coming for you, Baba, believe them. Oh. I'm not joking. If you don't believe them, ask Eyinaya Abaribe, Senator Eyinaya Abaribe. They will tell you there is only a dim of lucky that saves some of them. We are coming for you. You know how they do it? On social media. They will say, obedient, obedient, please gather here. Gather here. Everybody will gather. What happened? What happened? What happened? You see this person is our enemy. He's from Ikotek Mene Senatorial District. Oh yeah, we go for him. Oh yeah, we go for her. This one has attacked our principal. Obedient, gather here. These people have attacked our principal. We go for him. That one has, you know what I mean? That's what they do on social media. And people were laughing at them. They said, there is no polling unit on social media. Now, from social media, they destroyed all the political office holders, the elected official, elected office holders in Eastern Nigeria. Omo, would that be joking? See, that's what I'm saying. Whatever you see them coordinating and doing, right, to resist them, Omo, you go need serious violence. I'm not joking. Oh, you take them, you take them for granted at your own peril. Ask the real politicians. I'm not talking about all of you, social media bandits, Facebook adsmen, okay? I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about so many of you, the Buhari idiots, okay? The cyberbarians. No. Una no get sense. So I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those ones that sent you. These people retire person we don't dey Senate, Nigeria Senate for 24 years. It isn't a joke. In Abuja, senator representing Abuja, they call him landlord. Aduba or something. On social media, obedient, gather here. Yes, what happened? What happened? What happened? Look at this man. He has been in the Senate since 1999, 24 years, and he has done nothing in Abuja. He go on social media. They retired the guy. At the last minute, the guy was even trying to get the election cancelled because of one local government or something. So you take them for granted at your own peril. We can be shouting at ourselves on social media. You are a bastard. You're a bastard. You are a madman. You are a child. You are a baby factory. You are a baby factory. Oh, you are Alimajiri. Look at this one. Oh, this slave. We can be doing all of that. You see those guys who are sending all of you, or who actually pitched all of you against yourselves, right? They know the obedient. I'm not joking, and I'm not trying to massage your ego. We are talking about results here now. You see, back then, before the 25th of February, political analyst, political juggernaut, this and that, on social media, on TV, on radio, everywhere. They said, they're just nice makers. Social media doesn't, they're just nice makers. Nobody take them seriously. Obedient. They're just so rude. They can never win anything. They will be taught a lesson. Now, you know what happened? Now, the political analysts now are now calling on people. I beg, save Nigeria from this obedient. If they come for you, we need to fight and save Nigeria from obedient. How? They don't get gun, they don't get anything. Now, a card where you give them, they carry about. The same card, though, the card that they carry about. But yet, they are now saying that the obedient are the most dangerous after 25th of February. Obedient want to set Nigeria ablaze. What is wrong with you people, gone? You have proven your point now. Haven't you proven your point? You've proved it now. You proved that you can do this and that. Ask Soludo or Soludombu. Soludombu in Anambra was feeling like a philosopher. He said part 1, the way they cannot write the part 2 of what he wrote part 1 of. He couldn't write part 2 right now. And he went on to go and threaten them in Anambra that, listen, presidential election is gone. Now we are now on our own. I am Apuga. Apuga on Saturday. Everywhere. Apuga. Apuga says, Oloshi. Obedient, gather here. Obedient, gather here. On social media, they gather. Say, the entire Anambra, 30 Anambra, everywhere, top to bottom, LUP. Top to bottom, LUP. Now, today, Saturday never come. Sorry if you don't understand this language. The people that Soludo is counting on, they don't the rush, they don't the jump ship. To where? You know where, of course, now. You listen.
Last Sunday, 17 local government channels of Apoda met Tiger Back. Can you review the activity of Apoda in the state? I need to check Basso, Nai, Ganimeme election was across party lines. Neither a more brain and have a party, not a candidate. Anyway, the major opinion, but the majority, Sarmok, TJK Doga, Power. How did we get there? We got there because now they are best rated candidates, their background, their experience, their track record. But for money, Doga, with both legislative experience and executive experience. That's what I mean by that. Edoga House of Representative, yeah, legislative experience. Edoga Aboma local government chairman, yeah, executive experience. Bogomare commissioner, this present regime. We now say, with this experience and his educational background, men may not know how the PhD holder in English language. So when they gave Political Voices a couple of days ago, I was like, ha, Obuduma the year I'm will gonna get a Tugumaga. So I passed Mani J.
Masuka Zulu, my other Zulu never. Now you get what will be obedient. Where Bata, we could be obedient. Where all. And the by below the time. Now, Honorable Johnson, Chukumanzo.
No, I know. I should have said that. Okay, that's the one from Enugu. Okay, I've mixed the videos. Oh, and I can't be putting up. It's about 4 minutes long. Okay, I'll let you search for it, or I'll bring it to you the next time. So right now, Soludo is fighting the battle of his life. And like somebody said, once they say, who is this guy? They say, sorry, Chimaroke Namani, who is running against him? They say that this also person say, who him big or he don't win. I say, where is this guy, Desmond Idiot? Where is his constituency? They say, na Surulere. I beg, you know anybody in Labour where they run against him? They say, that Olumide, he don't win. Do you understand? People where they get, that is where Sanwo-Eku is fighting the battle of his life right now. That this Obidients, you no go know them. They are so loud. They are too loud, very noisy. Always abusing. They have no respect. Person go to your side. See, look at all these Obidients, I mean, I would have liked them, but they are so cursive. They're so insulting. Person where they your side go say, honestly, Baba, honestly, I don't like them too. Every time, abuse. Say, yourself, you know them, Abi. I hate them, Goni. I hate them. Say, Baba, even myself, I hate them more than you. So honestly, we need to defend ourselves against them. I say, yes, Baba, but guess what, with what we have found out in Lagos, especially in Lagos, if you see 10 people like this, 8 of them, whether they be Yoruba, whether they be Igbo, whether they be Hausa, even if it's a mixture of them, 8 of them is obedient. And that is something that is actually a free information that politicians who actually steal or buy data, I'm giving them to you for free. So they agree. We are going to, anybody that is not supporting us, we are going to show them, say, Baba, we must fight for Yoruba land. We must defend our Lagos. But guess what? They are actually waiting for the time so that they can at least feel safe, come out, shock you again, and then you begin to run a temperature inside the AC, cold room. It's Agege here. Sir, Agege number is not adding up to, sir. But Agege add up. You told me that how do you say it, sir? Ebejuleki and what do you call it? Are you saying that? What about Shodi? Have you called MC? Yes, sir. MC is not picking calls, sir. It's just going to non-reachable, sir. Ha! Did you see the number from Oshodi as well? Yes, sir. Oshodi lo bloody you. Ha! Bloody as in bloody. Yes, sir. I can't tell you. Do you know that? That's why Sanwo-Eku is running about. If they say that they come for you, you just have to try and stop them. I bet you have no idea. Because, and you know the funniest thing, you actually don't know who to stop. Sure you get. Like, now the young people will come who go target me. How are we going to do it? That's also a problem. Do you know that? 14,000 polling units in Lagos. 14,000. Over 14,000. So you're going to need 28. No, you're going to need. How much is 14,000 times 5? 60,000, Abi? I don't know. 60. It should be. No, not 60. Yeah, 60. 60,000 thugs to be able to stop this Obidients the way I see them. But I told you, all this noise, bragging, and all of that of MC Oluomo and co, they are actually not those who are going to rig the election. The election is already rigged. As you are watching this video, it's already rigged. Okay? They've already changed the staff of INEC that are going to supervise your election, that are going to count them, or that are going to transfer the numbers and the results. That beavers they go give you, where all of you go to take pictures, is fake. Trust me. They will manually collect all your results again. And that is exactly where it is going to end. But if you now overwhelm them, I don't think MC Oluomo can mobilize 60,000 thugs for over 14,000 polling units. The way he's bragging here. Once you see they are leading you, you know what to do. A flash.
bíbélì wa a lè máa dúró síbẹ̀ Yorùbá wa tó máa ṣètò ìdìbẹ̀ láàárọ̀ kí ògo Yorùbá wa kọ́kọ́ ṣe kí ni àkọ́kọ́ dìbò tán. Tàwọn wá dìbò tán káwọn ọ̀gbọ̀nà yìí pé a ti bẹ̀rù ẹ sọ pé ẹ ti gbọ́ tẹ́lá ti ṣe mistake ó má ti yé yín tẹ̀sí ní pé mistake ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀pẹ́ ilẹ̀ nídìí lọ́wọ́ ẹ ti yé yín.
In case if you don't understand that, right? Okay, let me give you a flashback. And then you can see the faces of these old men, okay? That are part and parcel of the criminal gang that have captured Lagos State for 24 years. It's their modus operandi. It's not new. And it's not the first time, and it won't be the last time. As they are plotting those violence against the people, they do plan them against themselves too. No mercy. They just do what they are told. Like this.
Mo sọ fún yín gbogbo ẹni mo fi ń sọ ohun tí àwọn leader wa sọ lókè ni pé Sanwó-Olú ni. I want to assure you this place we are not going to allow anybody to vote for Ambode here. For Soludo, and that's what our leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said. The party, that is the APC. Yes. We have hierarchy and we have leadership. Yes. We have leaders. Yes. And we have been directed by our leaders to go and vote for Sanwó-Olú. Yes. And that's what we are going to do. Yes. This words, this local government, we are not going to allow anybody to vote for Ambode. Yes. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. And is gone finally. We allow you to kill both Sanwó-Olú by the party hierarchy. We have been directed party tiwa gbọ́dada ẹgbẹ́ tiwa ani hierarchy ani àwọn tó ní àṣẹ ani àwọn tó dẹ́gbẹ́ ilẹ̀ ẹni tí ò bá fẹ́ ibi tí ẹgbẹ́ ń lọ tí ò bá ní lọ bẹ̀ kó lọ dẹ́gbẹ́ mi ilẹ̀. He can go and create or register Ambode People's Party. Yes. But our own is APC. Yes. All Progressive Congress. All Progressive Congress is our party. Yes. And the leadership of the party has spoken. Yes. And we cannot change it. Yes. And that we are going to.
Yeah, that's their politics. That is the politics of Lagos State, mega city, because the chief thug as lieutenants, armed thugs, right, that will do exactly what they are told, including if they have to burn down businesses, properties, and kill people. Yeah, they will do it. They burned down Lagos during EndSARS. Then they blamed it on the protesters. Have you ever seen such plot twist in your life? And to this day, they are repeating the same. They are still repeating that. Igbo people burned down Lagos for EndSARS. Oh, EndSARS people burned down Lagos. But do you know when you repeat something for so long, right? They will start believing it. They are so evil. I don't know how you're going to do it in Lagos to escape them. Oh, you will see the real evil APC on Saturday. The one you've never seen before. I don't know how to describe it. A lot of you have seen Shege anyway. But it's just that it is unfortunate that a portion of the Lagos residents, right? And then a lot of them outside the Lagos, they actually expect them to do it. They believe that if Tinubu should be defeated and Sanwo-Olu is defeated in a free and fair election, right? It is actually a direct attack on somebody that they have pledged their enslavement to for so long. Like they can't cope, they can't take it. So they expect them to do the worst as long as Sanwo-Olu is returned. That's exactly what they are going to do on Saturday. But that's the mega city, the mega shitty of Nigeria. If you don't mind, let me hear Dele Farutimi again. And this credit, the credit for this clip goes to the Arise News or Arise Television. He's a regular there. You can watch any of his latest interview on their YouTube channel fully there, okay? But this part, will also take us back to that Lagos.
Pure desperation. What you see happening, I can speak to Lagos State. It's pretty difficult for me to speak to places where I don't live and I have very little by way of experience, but I can speak plainly to Lagos State. The seed for what is happening in Lagos State today was effectively laid with the fraudulent presidential election. And I say fraudulent because there is sufficient basis upon which to make that claim. But more importantly, the figures that were released in Lagos State as the presidential election result were already doctored before they were released. It has no basis in reality. Yes, Labour Party won.
Do you have any evidence?
Oh yes, there is more than sufficient evidence where INEC has become completely unreliable in terms of declaration of result. I will not even rely on the result that we have in our situation room. If I go by what PDP released in the public space, is more than sufficient. PDP said Peter Obi and Labour Party had over 900,000 votes in Lagos State. They had a little over 100,000 and APC had the same. The truth of the matter is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was roundly rejected in Lagos State. It wasn't just the Igbos. It wasn't about the Igbos rejecting him. He was rejected across the length and breadth of Lagos State because it was a referendum on his 24 years rule and hegemony in the state. So when you now heard the INEC people announcing a result that was supposedly so close with such depressed voters number, I remember that I was on Arise maybe a couple of days after that result was released, and I said...
So like I said, it is just pretty much like a referendum on Tinubu's politics of 24 years, politics of corruption, politics of criminality, politics of looting, politics of intimidation, harassment, politics of violence, and including death. So when people had their chance, go and start your own political party when they had their chance. That's exactly what they did. And that didn't go down well with them. Even the police, I mean, this is their commissioner. Maybe his word might mean something to you. Because everything he had to say there doesn't really mean any jack shit to me. Doesn't. But maybe to you.
Hello, Lagosians. I'm Idou Owohunwa, your commissioner of police, heading your police command in Lagos State. I want to engage you and encourage you to continue to be law-abiding as we prepare for the upcoming gubernatorial and state assembly elections. I can assure you that insofar as you work closely with me and within the context of the Electoral Act, I promise to deliver to you a peaceful, secure electoral environment for you to have the confidence to go out there and exercise your franchise. But please, Lagosians, cooperate with your police. All the political parties, please encourage your faithful to remain law-abiding and go to the polling units, conduct themselves in an organized manner. But for those electoral advisories, those individuals that think they can come out to threaten the peace that an average Lagosian so treasure, we can assure you that we will bring the full weight of the Lord to bear on you. So please cooperate with us, work with us. Election is not a do or die affair. We all have our roles to play. Let us make Lagos safe before, during, after, and after the gubernatorial elections. Thank you, and I wish you all the very best. Thanks.
Oga Commissioner, if you are watching us, from MaiyegunsDiary Politico, Temple of Truth, we have found one of the people you are talking about. And we want to believe that you haven't seen this video. So what are you going to do about this man, Oga Commissioner?
Please, if you don't want vote for us, please sit down for sit down for thank you very much.
That's the first one. Oga Commissioner, if you are watching, I have another part too, okay? I'm reporting this man, and we want you to bring the full route of your law to bear on him ASAP. Yeah.
A ti bẹ̀yìn ẹ sọ pé ẹ ti gbọ́ tẹ́lá ti ṣe mistake ó má ti yé yín tẹ̀sí ní pé mistake ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀pẹ́ ilẹ̀ nídìí lọ́wọ́ ẹ ti yé yín.
So, and we hope that, Oga Commissioner, that you are going to do what you said you are going to do, even though you won't. You've seen the video, don't lie. Imagine if somebody who is a supporter of Gbadebo or Labour Party or any other person, non-APC, come out boldly to say, if you are coming out to vote for APC tomorrow, on Saturday, you better sit at home. If you come out to say you want to vote APC, whatever you see, take them. You know, I said that they are so dumb and ignorant. Okay, they are so ignorant. He said in his word, he said, we Yorubas, we have to be the first to vote. After that, after the Yorubas have voted, then other people can now come. So we have begged you, and you told us that you made a mistake the last time. So this time we are not going to beg you. Sit as Tomo, stay in your house. So Yashukudi. That's what he says. Say Yashukudi. That's Mama Shukudi. Don't come out that day. This and that. So Oga Commissioner, that one is on record though. We hope you will arrest him before before we all go to bed tonight, so that we can be very sure that you are indeed serious. Guys, have you seen this? And now, that's him. Donyo Kukwe Abi. Well, in case if you need to know, is part of the establishment enough. And with Eleyi of Ogun State, and whatever is happening to Labour Party in Ogun State, there you have your answer. Election rigging will go on all over Nigeria. Some will succeed, some won't, or they will outrig themselves here and there. But at the end of the day, you will pick up the pieces, which is the consequences anyway. Yeah, like you pick up the consequences of what will happen afterward. It's all rigging galore. Who can rig more? Now the Obidients no get tools to rig. Una no get tools to rig than your number, Abi. So when they say Saturday, Obidients gather here. My own advice for you is this, okay? Wherever you find yourself or you are participating in their election or what have you, I beg you, defend yourself and protect yourself. So I am saying this to you because I am also going, I'm going to be one of those that will be reporting the whole madness that will be going on that day. And sincerely from my heart, some of this bloody charade called election fraud, open rigging and the rest of that, yeah, they are not conducting election from here, from this part of the world, right? We don't actually see you conducting any election. You're not doing any election. You are actually, you are conducting rigging. And they still can't really rig that very well, that they have to kill people. So I don't want you to be one of the victims I'm going to be reporting that day, even though it's unavoidable. You are doing something. Keep it up. Fight them. Press their neck. Don't give up. So my advice for you is to protect yourselves. Igbos, non-Yorubas in Lagos, they have concluded their plan on you. Listen to me very well. Oh. When I say they have concluded their plan, they have already marked the places where they believe that a lot of non-Yorubas actually live. They don't give a damn about the Yorubas that live there. They don't, by the way. So which means not losing or they are leading. Now, you know how sad their lives are and how heartless they are as well. Win or lose. The moment they have announced whoever is the winner, if they announce Gbadebo as the winner, they are going after all the non-Yorubas in Lagos. Remember this, so nobody's coming to defend you. No police, no army, no nothing. You're going to be on your own. Therefore, you are advised at this time, whether you are participating in the election or not, if you are a non-Yoruba living in Lagos, I am advising you right now to begin to put together defense mechanism, self-defense mechanism. You can pick up anything to defend yourself, okay? That is, they are going to come. Defend your properties. Defend your businesses. Form groups. Their election was supposed to come and go. Everybody move on with your life. Abi, they are not going to move on. For the first time, they are rattled and they are not taking it low at all. According to them, it must never happen again. Now, in their madness, they are not thinking that they can actually throw Nigeria into serious crisis where our own brothers and sisters who are not living in Yoruba land right now, whose lives will be in danger too. And guess what? Like I said, non-Yorubas, the Hausas, the Northerners from Northern Nigeria are not being spared too. Just so you know, they are not being spared. And I'm not trying to spread fear. I am telling you what they are already doing. And in fact, what they are planning to do. Don't let them burn your shop. So don't let them come and burn your house. Don't let them take any of you hostage or try to attack any of you because you are not Yoruba. I advise you now. I am saying this for your own sake. And even for the sake of our brothers and sisters who are Yorubas too. These mad people, they have declared war on Lagosians. That's the point. And if you think anybody is coming to save you or defend you, it's a fa-fa-fa-fa-o. Everywhere you have your investment in Lagos, your malls, everything, your houses, form your own security defense now. They are not sending any special agent to come and attack you. It's the same thugs, cowards. Okay? They will come in during the night, shoot gun here and there, and they will start burning and start looting. This is going to be their reaction to the pressure you have put them under. They are coming. And I mean this, they are. Don't let them do you any harm. Before you, don't let that happen. Start kind of asking for help. The help won't come. A lot of you will never recover from the type of carnage and destruction these guys are going to bring upon you. Save yourselves. I mean it, please. However, in that same Lagos, it seems to have Fawere Loyon. That's what we say it in Yoruba, that you have touched a mad woman's breast. Wherever you see it, this time you have to take it. So it's like fighting for your life. Everybody's fighting for his life. I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my this and that. Trust me, to fight for your life is to understand those you are fighting. You actually need to even know why they are fighting you. Even if why they are fighting you has nothing to do with you at all. They are sad. They are angry. And the fact that Peter Obi continued to say the court will decide the winner, that is like a poison chalice for them. Now they have spread the hatred so well that I advise you to defend yourselves. Your fellow neighbor, the people that you have actually known for years, who are also Yorubas, they won't be able to defend you. Not all of them will be able to, because this poisoned chalice of APC, this tribal, ethnic, divisive poison that they have already spread, has eaten deep into the soul of some of them, that they will just say, you know, even these Igbo people said their own self too much. They will watch innocent people being killed. They will watch innocent people's livelihood being destroyed by these thugs of APC post-election. And they will tell you, if you try anything, we'll kill all of you more. But what they are not thinking about right now is that at the end of the day, it's not going to be limited to Lagos. And in fact, it could actually be the beginning. So I'm saying this, whatever comes out after their election, whatever they declare in their election, if you have your life in Lagos, you have your businesses in Lagos, the people that they have failed to invest in their lives, in their future, I'm talking about young people that they have already mortgaged their future, right? They are being paid and mobilized, given drug, and they are getting ready. And with one what? With one message of hatred they have planted in them. Anything that is contesting, anybody that is running against, or anybody that is opposing APC in Lagos is an enemy. And if they die, it won't be. So some people are saying that the fanaticism that APC, Egbekegbe, has brought to the politics of Yoruba land, for example, that you will think the northern Nigeria that you thought, you probably believe that they are northern, they are youth. They can't think. Their leaders tell them what to do. They are religious. You know what I mean? In Yoruba land, we have these young people too. Brainwashed, impoverished, miseducated, some of them not educated, unemployed, economically disadvantaged. But somebody who did all of that to them has told them that Igbos are coming to make their life worse. And they believe them. Look at them. They grabbed knife, they grabbed bottle, and they went into town stabbing people, attacking people, stealing from people. Because politicians told them that some people are coming to take away what belonged to them. I just thought I should. Now, I said something about seeing Obi somewhere else, which was in Anambra. I haven't shared that clip with you. I think I've got the clip now, and I will share that with you. Because as we speak, Labour Party of Obi are now saying they are going to start a nationwide protest soon. Something bigger and bigger than End SARS. And they are going to start from Monday, the 20th of March, until their mandate is restored. So this hasn't been officially sanctioned, okay? It hasn't. But the Obidients are already mobilizing themselves. Here you get. They are already mobilizing themselves and will hit the streets soon in what they said an attempt to stonewall them from getting their mandate back. Listen to the lawyer.
In fact, we needed 36 states. But we said as a matter of urgency, we are requesting for 9. Now, what we've had as of today are just 2 states. 2 states. So if you ask me, I'm not impressed.
Okay, fine. You say you're not impressed. What that means is that what you have gotten so far, you can't build your case on it.
I can only build part of the case, not the totality of the case, not even 50% of the case.
The Labour Party lawyer says the party cannot afford to wait and watch INEC delay its court case. So I don't know whether you...
Now, let me explain what that means in case if you don't understand, okay? INEC conducted elections in 774 local government areas, 36 states, and the Federal Capital Territory. Right? Now, Obi's legal team, they are asking the INEC should present to them, state by state, how they came by the results they declared, so that they can then build their own case on the disparity they will find there. They have their evidence that the numbers declared by INEC is unreal. Okay? So they have their own collated numbers. And their own collated number says Tinubu and Atiku, they didn't get the numbers they declared for them. But how we do kind of fight that is by asking the person that declared them from whatever collation he has, okay, the source and everything, okay, show us the number so that we can compare with what we have, and then we can present all of them to the courts. So in Nigeria, I have told you this before, right? It is the INEC that rig elections. It is not all those thugs. It is not all those politicians you see that pay and all of them. No. It's not, I don't know, it's not the police, it's not, no, they are part of the whole thing. But you see, what they do, is to kind of present, they are like the smoke screen. They are the people you will blame and say, hey, violence here. Oh, they rig our election. They throw all our ballot papers away. Oh, they rig our election. Thugs came, they chased us away. That's what you call rigging, right? To them, it's actually just ritual. Something that makes you feel like you are actually having an election. Okay? But INEC will be the one, right, to now spread the numbers everywhere. So they will let you win some. Allocate the numbers to you, like, oh, yeah, give them. So let them feel like they want that. But here, load this one. And because their law says only INEC can tell you the results, nobody else can tell election result or announce it. Just INEC. And whatever INEC announce is official. If you don't agree with it, go to court. Do you understand? So INEC announced number. The numbers doesn't tally with what the polling agents. Remember that in their election, right? In their elections, Labour Party had 137 polling unit agents. Okay. INEC, they have 176,800 and something polling units. Polling units is where people go to vote. Okay. So they have about 179,000 of them. So political parties will need to present party agents that will help them monitor their votes and make sure that their votes are counted well and they are also recorded right. That's why you send the polling unit agent. So political parties in Nigeria, they know where they are strong. They know where they are very weak. I mean, you know, it's their business, it's their career. So they know where people don't want them. So what happened is that where they are strong, that they know people will come out for them, they never miss sending political party agents to monitor their votes there. So where they know they are not really strong, they don't really invest much in them like others. But PDP, APC, as two big parties, they were able to provide party agents in more than 95% of those polling units, which means few thousands, polling units, right? Didn't get representatives of PDP or APC here or there. So smaller parties, they don't have that money to mobilize such party agents. That is why when election is very close, even if the smaller parties say they have candidates, they ended up what? Adopting the main parties. But you know what happened during this their presidential election? APC had or has about 180,000 polling unit agents. PDP had about 190,000, more than the entire unit, right? Labour Party had 137,000 or so. So short of the whole unit. However, few days to their elections, SDP adopted Obi with their own 90. No, is it SDP? No, not SDP. What's that guys? What's those people's thing again? NDC or something, whatever. Anyway, some of those smaller parties now started adopting Obi, right? And overnight, Labour Party had over 430,000 polling unit agents. Well, they are obedient anyway, so you should have a clue. And that is enough to say, well, they probably have the right numbers. The ones that so many of these obedient themselves have turned themselves to party agents or polling agents themselves, guiding their votes and recording them and uploading them. Here you get. So, cut it long and short. They want INEC to give them evidence that Tinubu won. But INEC is not going to give them. I can bet my right eye like this. Oh yeah, I'll give you the right eye. Say, I won't bet to. INEC will never give them access. The court will give order again and again and again. And what they will do is that they will be releasing them piecemeal, after they must have been compromised. So at the end of the day, what people now said is that INEC, their INEC, APC, one mistake they made is that it doesn't matter, okay, what they have cooked. And it doesn't really actually matter if they give them the access fully. What matters is that whatever they present as their evidence of announcing Tinubu is just going to be used as an exhibit of the crime committed by INEC. So they will now count on the courts. Courts, oh yeah, do the right thing. And that one, APC, Egbekegbe said, you go take for court. And Obi is like, no wahala, I don't mind. But they still worried too, right? Okay, let's go to that Aba. I'm sorry, Anambra rather. Hey, hang on. I almost missed that. I'll take you back, okay? I'll take you back to it. But on YouTube, we were almost 4,000 of us earlier. And now I can see that we are somewhere around 3,000, 600. And we only have about 700 of you watching right now that has actually liked the video. That's not good. If you have been here for over 2 hours and you haven't actually see any reason to actually like the video or even subscribe, fine. I am just reminding you if you actually wanted to or forgot. So let's take that up. I am actually going to be counting the number. Take it to 2,000. Take it to what, you know. I mean, it's not going to cost you anything. How could you have 4,000 people and then you only have about 700, 800? Impressed?
kwado. We support the party and Labour Party. On February 25th, I reckon next week.
For sure.
Everybody in my now we are going to go on a Musiliu.
I can only pick a few things from what he's saying, right? But it's probably going to be like terrible interpretation, okay? But I'll let you listen to the other parts. Yeah. Thank you so much to all of you who actually responded. Somebody was like, Baba DRI is asking for like, no. It's actually not my thing to do, okay? Baba DRI, the program has not finished. You're asking for like. It's a reminder. And remember, it is also your offering. In the temple of truth, right? It is a sign of, yeah, I'm here with you. I've registered my presence, right? And it is always voluntary. You can even give it and take it back. That's how bad the even the like is. But it is your own proof that you came here. And thank you to everybody who responded. Yeah, I've seen that. If you haven't, please.
Mama, Papa, on the 25th, wonderful senator.
It is one thing to be in company. Bible says that Saul was in the company of the prophet and he began to prophesy. So when you are in the company of greatness, greatness automatically rubs off on you. But when you have no idea that you are working with greatness, you stand to disrespect the greatness. And so the thing that they could benefit from Jesus, they could not, because they had no idea who they were working with.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
thank you, Lord. What shall I say? Thank you,
is thank you, Lord. I just thought I should share that with you. Going forward, there's one more thing I want to share with you. And because it is Nigeria, just never say never. Okay? Somebody said one of, after the 25th of February rigging and seeing the mutilated result sheets where they are using biro to cancel result, change result, cancel, and mutilated, very, very poorly done. The rigging was poorly done. So they said unverified, okay, but sounds legit, okay. They said that as part of the changes that INEC has made, they have started giving their electoral officers a sort of a cleanable pen, so they're giving them cleanable pen, okay. It's going to look like pen. All of you are going to see everything written, and they can easily just use the same eraser to erase the same result without having to use Tipex or having to mutilate the result sheet. Somebody demonstrated it. Like I said, never say never. This hasn't been proven to be 100% true. But if this pen exists, if they actually exist, well, they exist, right? You might actually pay attention to them too. Watch this.
You see this viral? This is the pen the PDP government, particularly in Rivers State, have acquired and given to some presiding officers, almost all, that they will use in rigging the election. So whomever is the presiding officer that is writing results should not for any reason go to any polling unit with this pen, because we are aware of the antics. Now, let me show you how this pen is. This pen is like a pencil. When it writes, it can also be cleaned with this side. Now, look at this pen. Now, I've written something on this. Now, look at it. It has been cleaned. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Sharply, it has been cleaned. And this means that after writing results, upload, give back to the polling agents, they will now go back and clean it like this. As they clean it, they will now write the results as they want. So please, presiding officers who are in possession of this pen, we are aware of your antics. Please don't come to polling units with it. Thank you. Nigerians should be aware.
Now, Obidients, I am telling you, you see, if you have studied them, if you are not, if you want to understand this Obedience, don't go there without your arrogance of they don't know anything. These ones don't know anything. Now, you don't know anything because some of you don't get sense. Now, age you get sense. Okay? But if you pay attention to the Obedience and the way they work, they do the work of investigative journalists. They do the work of DSS. They can be FBI. They can bring out anything you want, whenever you want, right? And they are so good in educating themselves. They will make small videos. They will go on TikTok. They will go on different places. They will go on WhatsApp, right? They will be sending these messages, videos to themselves, explaining things to themselves. In this election, I saw some of them that when they started hearing the result of elections from states across Nigeria, some of them were asking, wait, is that one a state too? Which one is Kebbi? You say Kebbi is a state. Is there anything called Kebbi? They will go to their different groups and say, hey, they have started rigging also. I just see a name in the election result. It says Kebbi. What is Kebbi again? Where is that one? But guess what? Somebody will come there. They will go and snap. They will go and screenshot video. Hey, hang on, I'm coming. Don't go anywhere. So we need to change something. So don't go anywhere.
I want to ask you one question. Are you playing? Abi, you mean it?
What are we doing
do today? Ah, today, I will live up my voice in space. Oh, yeah, what I know. Ah, you are always there for me. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, you are my only Lord. Ah, forever when they say, what are we do today?
Today, sorry guys, my battery tripped off, so I had to like change and then we are coming to the end of this, but this information is important, right? A lot of you don't understand this Gen Z, and you underrate them so much, right? They are willing to educate themselves. They are willing to learn. They are willing to go and research. Nigeria Constitution, part of this one, they will go everywhere. Videos, old pictures, images, certificates, documents. They will bring them out and start sharing among themselves. Say, look at this one. And then you see them say, hey, I didn't know that Nigeria has gone back this like this. So thank you so much. Thank you. I will do more research. That's what they do to educate themselves. So you may not know them. You can look at them and, you're in your usual arrogant, senseless, old way. And say, these people, they are just mob, no head. Mob, no head. They are about to help you start a revolution that some of you have. Probably you were not raised that way to know that when it comes down, even Tinubu and the rest of them will run away. Do you not know that? These children won't run anywhere. Yeah. All those young people that you are saying, this Gen Z, they are not going anywhere. They will end up chasing all of you out because the moment they know the truth. And trust me, some of them have seen enough shege that threatening them with death is actually motivating them. That's what I've also noticed. I'm not saying all of them are this, but I've seen majority of them. The more you threaten them, is the more you motivate them. Now, you may want them to do something else. Some of you, I want to say something to some of you entitled people too, because I also have these entitled people around me, okay? When I say entitled, I'm talking about some of you who are older, right? Especially some of us who have concluded we know that Nigeria won't work. It never worked, and it will never work. So we look around and we look at them and say, only if they can channel their energy into breaking up of Nigeria. They are not thinking straight. All of these things cannot. Okay. Here is something you need to know. Okay. These ones that have become the bigger headache to the one Nigerianist, even to some of you who don't support Nigeria anymore, right? They have become so present, and they have proven it. By the way, they've proven it. If you haven't really seen them as that, that's fine. But they have proven that they are a real threat. They don't hold us, they don't hold me, they don't hold you, they don't hold anybody. Any sort of expectation or entitlement, they have chosen their path. They have chosen their path. A lot of you, we need to know that for you to be able to have entitlement on people's whatever they choose, you must try and create something similar. Don't just pretend to be smart. I'm sorry, at this one, they don't know what is going on. We all know, we agree. Election won't solve their problems. We all know that the establishment will rig them. We know, we agree. But they are stubborn. And they are strong. And they are together. And they don't listen to anybody but themselves because they have chosen something. Now, if you want something like that, you better start looking at other people who are also like unhappy with Nigeria right now. And let us create one bigger movement like that. And then we can be entitled and tell them, hey, oh yeah, we are not doing this again. And they'll say, yeah, we are not, But they created their movement. None of us have any right on them or what they do. That's why I've chosen to report so that I can educate a lot of you about what has actually grown under your noses. I'm talking about things that all of you didn't see coming. All of us didn't see coming. Okay? I am here to educate you to embrace it, on how to embrace it. Accept that this is it now. These ones are not going anywhere. Before they are tired, they have so much mileage in them that they are still yet to expand. Trust me, if you can't join them, Just don't stand on their way. I mean that. And I think that's exactly where this is headed now. So if you really want the mob without head, that should be the Lagos Abobakus, who have spoken so eloquently about Tinubu and how much he saved a lot of them from God knows what, maybe from themselves. But yet, they couldn't come out to show that to him. Rather, they resulted into threats. Like I said, like the more you threaten them, it's like motivation for them. So you might have to do more than that. And as I advise all of you, I am just going to be reporting this, educating all your uncles and aunties, the ones that are comfortable with the slave masters. And they are there telling you that you are doing too much. Some will tell you don't have respect. Don't listen to them. You never listen to anybody anyway. They will threaten you. They will tell you, don't kill yourself. Don't do this. Don't do. They will threaten you with ethnic this or everything you are seeing right now that is not working on you. They are not going to stop. But I promise you this. As who you are already, don't go out there without protecting yourselves. Defend yourselves. You see those thugs, they are a bunch of cowards, okay? Those who send them are hiding in different bunker and holes, waiting for them to unleash violence on the same people they want to rule or lead. So if you are prepared for them or you defend yourself against them, if they see that, they will run away. But the real people you are actually fighting against is not the thugs. And then it is not the tribal, religious, whatever they are pushing. You are actually contesting against INEC. Good luck if you are able to overwhelm them. But defend yourselves. Protect yourselves. And protect your businesses. Lagos won't do you anything. And nobody will be arrested when they burn down your houses or businesses. If they come for your livelihood, you know what to do. Like MC said, the elections is at the polling unit. Once they start attacking your businesses or coming to attack your businesses, defend yourselves. Okay? And I wish you all the best. I won't take calls tonight, but tomorrow I would. I will take calls tomorrow because it's going to be the eve of their elections, okay? And you can bet it. There'll be much, much more to share. And thank you for spending your evening with me again tonight. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. I won't miss it, and I hope there won't be any reason to miss it. And I bet you won't as well. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Igbó nìna kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé.